What's up, y'all? It's Ty. In this video today, we're going to be going over talking about the auction house in college football Ultimate Team after the newest Legends drop today, which was absolutely crazy. And if you missed out on the new Legends drop, guys, I go over each and every one of the cards, talking about whether they are worth picking up for your specific squad or not. Now, here's the situation. The last two drops that we have had have been absolutely incredibly good, and in turn is going to cause the market to go down in a big way. Whether it's Walter Nolan, who I'm a massive fan of, about to pick this card up for $320, just because, again, I think he's an absolute beast. Whether it's the new Jameis Winston, whether it is the new Hunter Henry. There are so many different cards that we got in the last 2 days that are going to cause the entire market to go way down. So, if you are one that you've held on to a lot of your coins and you are in a spend type of mode, today is a perfect day to go and buy the cards from today's drop and Friday's drop. Now, as far as the Field Phenom cards, guys, I would continue to wait until Wednesday. If you want to buy them, it's fine. Just make sure to sell them tomorrow or Tuesday. But for me, whether it's Nesbitt, whether it is any other card at any specific position, there are so many different cards that you guys can pick up and go out and have so much success with. Even this Jack Velling, guys, I'm not ever going to recommend you guys picking this card up. I don't think he's that good unless you really run the football. I mean, he isn't that expensive. But even Tyler Warren, one of my favorite tight ends in the game, $150. All of these cards are now somewhat affordable. Part of it is because of Cooper Flanagan. A lot of people are running that card, including myself. But even if you aren't running Cooper Flanagan, guys, and decide to run somebody else, tight ends, easy pickup right now in college football Ultimate Team. Even this 93 overall Benjamin Morrison, I don't know if 1.0 or this, I mean, is a good price or not, but to me, he's going to be one of the best cards in the entire game for how long? So even for me, when I'm looking at the new cards and the new sets today, I don't even hate this card for his price. And that's crazy to say, but that's where we're at in college football Ultimate Team. Cards have gotten so good, and we've got so many good cards that the prices are slowly going to go down. And people are seeing the 92 LTDs already coming out, so is there really a need to go get the 93s for super expensive? People don't know. CJ Spiller's price came way down today with the addition of Kenneth Walker now into the game. And that's what it's literally like at nearly every single position in the game. Whether you want a new right end, whether you want a left end, no matter what position you are looking for, guys, there are so many different guys, and they're not super cheap. Like even Curse, who I think is an absolute beast at the left end position, he has went way down in price just because, number one, no, there's not as many people hype about the Deshaun Jackson anymore. And number two, again, there are just so many other great guys that you could possibly pick up for your squad. So for me, a couple of guys that I'm going to pick up today, and I'll show you guys in this video. Walter Nolan's number one. I think this card is one of your best defensive tackles in the entire game. And I don't think we're going to get a defensive tackle as good as him for probably quite some time. So I'm going to pick up him in this video. There might obviously be some that, you know, are cheaper. There might be some cards that do go down in price, but I do think it's a solid day to buy him specifically. Some other cards that I'm personally looking at, I am looking at picking up possibly another cornerback today. Just be careful if you pick up Travis Hunter or Will Lee III, because their prices come next Wednesday probably will go down just slightly. I'm not going to say they're going to go down a ton, but they probably will go down slightly. Strong safety, Stroman, still really expensive just because we haven't really gotten a new strong safety. But yeah, as far as the overall market, I don't know. There are some cards that are still going to be pretty high, like Glasgow, still going to be relatively high today. Clay Matthews going to be relatively high. Basante going to be relatively high. And honestly, a lot of these cards and their specific prices have went way up. And if you're wondering why, it's just because we don't have that many cards at those specific positions. That's kind of how the game works, right? If you have a lot of cards at a specific position, those prices will go down. And as I am seeing the prices of the tight ends, I'm thinking in the back of my mind, maybe it's not going to work, but I am thinking in the back of my mind, is there a way, is there a better solution to using this season 2 token on? Maybe I use it on Chandler Martin instead of Cooper Flanagan, and then go buy a tight end and have Chandler Martin be one of my best outside linebackers in the entire game. Because, I mean, as time goes on, I feel like the outside linebacker position for me is weaker than my tight end position. I could make an easy solution to that. So there are just so many different things in the back of my mind on what I personally can do this weekend to help improve my specific squad. But I think it all starts with the fact that right now, especially at like the 88, 89 overall tier, these cards are super affordable. And so even if you don't want the best of the best, even if you want these 88, 89s, or let's say you don't have that many coins, there are so many really good cards. And since the prices of these cards, the price floors have gotten lowered, these cards should be way more affordable than ever before. Whether it is the Hunter Henry, whether it is the Kenneth Walker, whether it is picking up Ricky Williams, any of these cards should be super cheap. Hunter Henry right here, 88 overall for 32,000 coins. Ridiculous. I mean, it truly is ridiculous. You can head to the wide receiver position here and get a lot of these cards for 50,000 coins, which again is crazy because there are some really good cards there. Let's head to the middle linebacker position. Bosworth, probably who I'd pick up over Mason Cobb for 55,000 coins. I don't mind that at all. Dolak for 79, I think is an absolute steal. And so that's where I'm really looking at today is even if you don't have, let's say, a crazy amount of coins, a lot of these cards for their specific value are still steals in the game today. And again, Kenneth Walker, is this an 88 overall? It doesn't really matter. But for 31,000 coins, I mean, is just so cheap to me. So that's where I'm at with the market. I think today is a good day to buy. I'm still trying to get a Jameis Winston to do a gameplay with him today, as well as just continuing to improve the squad. We'll probably pick up a tight end and then, switch my card to Chandler Martin just for the sole fact of, guys, we have so many other tight end options, whereas with Chandler Martin, we really don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like probably Flanagan over Chandler Martin, but at the end of the day, if I can get a really good tight end for 100,000 coins, one I like as much as Cooper Flanagan, and at the same time get a really good outside linebacker as well, in addition, I feel like you've got to take advantage of that. So that's probably another thing that I will do today. Depends who I end up wanting. Do I want Hunter Henry? Do I want Nesbitt? Probably honestly, who I want is Stowers. We'll see. But that's probably who I'm leaning to today. Stowers or even Tyler Ward, because I think Tyler Ward is absolutely incredible. I just think for the way I play, throwing the football more than running it, I think Stowers is probably my best bet with his speed, with just overall what he gives me on the field. But I don't think there's a wrong option, because even when I'm looking at Hunter Henry here, guys, he's got incredible speed, 90 speed. He's the fastest tight end. So he might be the guy I end up getting. I don't know what the right option is for sure, but for 111,000 coins, getting a card with that speed just seems absolutely ridiculous. So that's kind of what I'm targeting today. Maybe picking up a tight end, maybe moving Chandler Martin to the left outside linebacker position. But there are so many cards for solid values today. And so that's what I'd really worry about if I'm you guys. If you need a quarterback, figure out what price range you're looking for. If you're looking, let's say, for 30,000 coins, well, guess what? Staubach here, 88 overall, boom, 33. Or Jameis Winston for 38 is just as good. Jameis Winston probably is better than Staubach, if you want me to be honest with you. You want a left end in the game? Well, guess what? Smith is an absolute stud. Javon Curse, 88, 89 overalls are absolute studs. There are so many different options for you guys, and that's what I want you guys to realize is defensive tackle is pretty tough, but no matter what position you guys are looking for, especially budget-wise, Malachi Starks, again, probably going to go down Wednesday, so be careful. Kamari Ramsey's now 35,000 coins, though. I mean, there are so many different options for you guys today. It's just kind of weird because some cards are still relatively high in price, high in value, so just got to be careful when it comes down to spending a ton of coins. But for me, I'm going to give you guys a Jameis Winston gameplay today because I don't mind his price, and I probably am going to switch my card from Cooper Flanagan to Chandler Martin, just for the sole fact of Hunter Henry for 100,000 coins. I just feel like I can't pass up on that. So that's where I'm at. 89,000 coins for Hunter Henry. He is sold to me. He's sold to me. 89,000 coins for this card is absolutely ridiculous. One of the best values in the entire game right now. So that's what I'm doing. Picking him up, gonna change my card to Chandler Martin, as well as probably getting Jameis Winston today. I've got Braxton Miller, so it's kind of a tough situation, but I still want to show you guys what Jameis Winston truly can get into. So definitely a good day to buy cards, even if you want the best cards in the game. So I'm not probably going to buy this card here in Benjamin Morrison. He's just over the price range I personally want to pay for him, but I don't hate his value. And that's kind of crazy to say, but it's the truth. I don't hate his value for what he is. And I do play a lot of zone coverage, and I know Muhammad's undersized, but even him could be a good pickup for me today. So I'm not done with my purchases today because I got to win in the gauntlet. I've got to get my man Luke Lachey home and actually win with Luke Lachey, considering Iowa can't get the job done against Michigan State. Pretty sad situation right there. But that's what I'm looking at today. Whether you are a big baller, whether you are, trying to get the cheap options, there are a lot of great options for you guys today. The wide receiver position is one. Look, these cards are getting super cheap. Even Ricky White III, for his value, is an absolute steal. Absolute steal at that specific price. So just something to look at today, guys. Buy what fits your specific squad. At the end of the day, that's kind of my biggest piece of advice. If you see a player that you like that fits your squad, don't be scared to pick him up. But at the end of the day, guys, don't be crazy with your coins, because we're going to continue to see really good cards, not only right now, but throughout, the next week or so. So yes, buy cards that fit your squad. Don't overdo it, and you will have a lot of success in the long run. So that's what I'm looking at doing, guys. Again, gonna bench Cooper Flanagan before I've ever even used him at a 91 overall, just for the sole fact of Hunter Henry's in the game, and he's just got that +2 speed, which I can't turn away from. That's going to wrap it up for my video. Let me know your thoughts on it down below in the comments. Drop a like on it, subscribe if you're new, and as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.